Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song I Went Too Far by AURORA from her album All My Demons Greeting Me as a Friend. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in, see what's going on with this song. Okay, AURORA said of this song in a BBC One radio interview that we sometimes go too far for the approval and love of someone else, when we should really just learn to love ourselves, and that should be enough. And I think that's what I was trying to communicate within the React video, just kind of my first thoughts around the song, is in retrospect feeling like, man, maybe, and it's hard to say because I don't want to be insulting, is like, but I can think of times in my life as well that I kind of placated to somebody. And a lot of times it feels like, at least in my case, because, and I felt pure of heart when I was doing it. And in a way, it's like when I look back, it was people who were kind of exercising this like authoritarian type abuse over me because I was young, like my early 20s, even like 18, 19, 20, and even still again into my early 20s, just because I wanted to do a good job. I wanted to be making sure I was doing something correctly. And so I would find myself kind of like cowering, and looking back, it's like, yeah, I went too far. Now there was a time that I eventually, like, as I was kind of growing wiser and growing older and growing more self-confident, that I did like say to these same people that, you know, were my bosses really, hey, I don't think I can be who you need me to be. And if this is the way we're going to carry things forward, I can't be a part of this organization. And I resigned and I stepped away. And when I look back, I'm like, you know, that did create some difficulty, but I'm so thankful I took that step. I'm so thankful I went through that. And at some point, learned to just stick up for myself and move in the way that I felt was right and was good. And so you can obviously take that way too far. And that's where I think we move out of wisdom and we can be kind of foolish, or we walk with a certain pride. Nobody can ever tell me anything. And I don't think that's the place we want to walk in. But there is that place between, right, where you're still walking in humility, but you're walking in confidence. And it's like, I'm not going to grovel and beg. And that's what this song, at least personally, speaks to me, is just being careful of going too far. Doing what you feel is right, doing what you feel is necessary, trying to take the humble route, but I'm not going to grovel at your feet type of idea. So let's look at it starting in verse 1. I went too far when I was begging on my knees, begging for your arms, for you to hold around me. I went too far and kissed the ground beneath your feet, waiting for your love, waiting for our eyes to meet. Crying, give me some love and hold me. And the thing is that the thing that can push us to this place, right, is I think if we don't have a strong sense of self, because we're so desperate, again, whether it's because you want to stay within a job or a career path and you fear like if you stand up for yourself, you're going to be let go or you're going to be overlooked. Because unfortunately, there are people out there that just want you to kiss their butt. And I'm well past the days in my life. You know, I turned 38 this year. I don't kiss anyone's butt anymore. I try not to take that too far, again, because I think that's where you get into pride and foolishness. But I'm just not in a place anymore. I'm too confident in who I feel I am to be kissing butts. So, but it can, you know, if it's in your career, or you really don't want somebody to leave, or if it's in a relationship or whatever, it's that desperation that can drive you to that place. And I can understand that, you know, but I think what AURORA is advocating here is that recognition that if it's actually real love, you shouldn't have to take yourself to that place. You know, my wife and I keep getting this date wrong. I would be 17 years of marriage this year in May. And so like I would never like my wife would never have to act this way, because I actually love her. I wouldn't put her in the place of having to be in this position. And so that's what I'm saying is I don't think that somebody who really loves you, this is going to be required anyways, unless there's been some breach, like big breach in the relationship and you're trying to come and ask for forgiveness. But in the same sense, man, you would just hope that somebody who truly loves you, even in a difficult season, isn't going to treat you this way and make you beg. You know what I mean? They would extend forgiveness or not. But yeah, and so it's interesting here, and I can understand just moving to that place of desperation, especially if you want something to work. So give me some love and hold me tight. Give me some love and hold me. Give me some love and hold me tight. I went too far when I was begging on my knees, when I cut my hands so you could stand and watch me bleed. Now that's what I'm saying. Somebody who truly loves you isn't going to make you go to that place. And obviously it's not, I don't think you're physically cutting your hands being like, watch me bleed. But I think it's just continuing and further pressing this like idea of like, I'm bleeding in front of you. I'm giving everything. Please love me. Please hold me. And she's saying, I went too far. Kiss the ground beneath your feet. Standing in my blood, it was a taste of bittersweet. And then the repeated chorus and the post-chorus. Why can't I turn around and walk away? Go back in time. I had to turn around and walk away. I couldn't stay. I had to walk away. In the bridge, I'm left behind with an empty hole and everything I am is gone. I tried to reach for another soul. So this is almost like a repeating process now, right? I need somebody to love me, somebody to fill this place in my whole heart, my life. The chorus, give me love, hold me. And then the post-chorus, why can't I turn around and walk away, go back in time? I had to turn around and walk away. I couldn't stay. I had to walk away. Yeah, it's a sad, but also empowering song that ultimately there are those times. And again, the best place I can speak to it from is more of a career aspect. It's just recognizing like to an extent, it was like I cut my hands and bled before you. I got on my knees and kissed the ground beneath your feet in my own blood. And like, forgive me, keep me, approve of me. But there came a point where it's just like, I'm not willing to do that anymore. And so I had to turn around and walk away. Couldn't stay. I had to walk away. So it's a really interesting song. Would love to know your thoughts on it. So feel free to share those in the comments. Thanks for being with me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one because we're eating good.